Hey, wait, my people. That the first wife, the new wife, I mean the 5 million naira wife he got. How will I put it? The woman that the first bought with 5 million, or should I put it like that? Or the woman that the first got with 5 million. No, the woman that the first paid 5 million on her head as a bride price.
You can only
finally break silent over the allegation that is going on infidelity. Guys, you all know that this story have come before. Especially it's not new story. When this story was about last year or 2 years ago, when this evidence that the freeze adultery case came outside. That is the male husband of this woman. When the man asked for when the man asked for the bride price of his wife, so since that the freeze was not shuku leg in the bush inside the man matrimonial bed, so the court now asked the man. Asked that the freeze to pay 5 million. Everybody's getting their wife with 1,000, 3,000, 4,000, depends on the area you came from in Nigeria. But that the freeze got his own with 5 million naira because he shook leg in the bush. I never knew that men shook leg in the bush. I thought it's only women that shook leg in the bush. So this story is, if you go and sleep with another man's wife, this is the huge amount you are going to pay. You understand? Any woman that is married and the woman have not properly divorced her husband, and you go and shook leg in her bush, you are going to pay 5 million. You understand? That was as of 12 years ago. Maybe now it's going to be about 100 million, 80 million. Okay, so the wife of Daddy Freeze, or should I call it the former, the wife of that man, or the wife of Daddy Freeze now came out to debunk the rumor. So she tell her own side of the story, and she said she did not shook leg in the bush, and she never knew that the Freeze 12 years ago, or that many the case was still in court. You understand? And when they feel it's like the bride price have not been returned, or I don't understand, because nowadays, if you do traditional marriage, you go and divorce in court. If you do white wedding, you go and divorce in court. So we don't understand anything again. I think maybe relationship, for you to leave your boyfriend, for your boyfriend to leave you now, you have to go and swear in court now. That's the latest thing now. You understand? So I don't know the one they are divorcing. That is it the traditional or the white wedding or the court marriage that they are divorcing, or they are grooming, or I'm not going to speak good English. We are not sabi right, or they are gathering hen, and this one good past. They gather all the 3 marriages together to just divorce it once and for all. You understand? So I don't know the one where they divorce. I don't know the one where they for inside. So according to the woman, she said if you want to tag her with adulteries, or you want to put it in her forehead, she has no problem with that. Okay, so she went further to say that she's doing this video because of order. If you are in a domestic marriage relationship, please don't stay there, run out. And domestic relationship can end your life. You all heard what happened in France when a man by his wife come put all your body, put them for a fridge. You understand? And begin to throw away one by one. So that is domestic marriage, domestic violence. Many people don't know what is domestic. You understand? So if you did that kind of one today, but tomorrow break your head, next tomorrow your up beg, run commode. So she said that is why she ended the relationship. You understand? It's not that it was sweet that she ended, or maybe she met that the place before, but it's only God that knows what happened there. No, one thing I don't like is that people don't say the truth. You understand? So whether she's the one saying the truth or the man saying the truth, we don't know. And this divorce has been 12 years now. And one thing she should have done, she would have waited totally for the court to divorce them finally before she moved into another relationship. You understand? Because she have a baby for that. So everything nice now, since the court have not signed the divorce paper, have not given them the divorce paper, that is why the court is not telling her she's committing adultery. Okay, so guys, I will just leave you guys to listen to the full details from Daddy Freeze wife.
Until today,
okay,
no
the wife that the first married
to show that I
used
knew
5
that
million to marry. This woman must be a special woman. You understand? And they say the woman know how to cook well because I used to watch their videos where she cook. It's like she's running a restaurant. So this woman must be a special made woman. 5 million for this era.
Marriage,
hey, now,
battery.
Okay, guys, happy view. See you guys later. Bye.
That is in my court documents, and it can never change. And should they have any evidence contrary to that, we are currently in the Supreme Court, so they should bring all the evidence to the Supreme Court. Like I said, I am not here to explain anything to anyone other than the fact that the adultery tag on my forehead is not the reason why I filed for a divorce. I filed for a divorce. I filed from my ex based on different sexual orientation. He's still alive. He has messages. There are evidence. There are letters. At any point in time, the Supreme Court can subpoena MTN. Oh yes, they can subpoena MTN and bring forward text messages. If need be, that can be done in court. So, I am not worried about all those things, but I am more concerned about women that think that because they are going through divorce. It's like saying presently, if you, Adûltéry, should date, should decide that she wants to start dating, she is committing adultery. Right? Legally, they will say, Adûltéry is committing adultery because her divorce is not yet final. But is she still practically married to you? The answer is no, they are not. Right? So any woman that files for a divorce and decides to start dating is an adulteress. But any man that files for a divorce can go ahead and remarry even before that divorce is finalized. Men can remarry even without filing for a divorce from their ex-wives. Men can remarry even without asking permission from their wives. But women cannot date after filing for a divorce. That is the country we live in. And that is why I am doing this live. You see, this narrative has to change. This narrative has to change. Women are not slaves. When a woman files for a divorce from a man, she's no longer married to that man, and the divorce is taking years to happen. If that woman should find love, she has every right to be happy in that relationship. And if that comes with a price tag of being called an adulteress, wear the adulteress tag with a crown. Wear it boldly with a crown. I'd rather be called an adulteress for filing for a divorce, moving on with my life as a single woman and dating, than to be in a marriage where I am cheating. We have so many married women out there that are in their marriages, but they are dating. They are in their marriages, they are having affairs, they are in their marriages, they are bringing children that do not belong to their husbands into the marriage. But guess what? They are married. It is called Lagos marriage, Abuja marriage, marriage of understanding. The man has his side chicks, the woman has her boyfriends, but they are married. I would rather, as a woman, stay 100% faithful to my husband. And the moment I feel the marriage is over, I will file for a divorce and move on with my life. And if moving on with my life after filing for a divorce gives me the tag adulteress, I will wear it with a crown. My ex is listening to this. If I were so bad, if I was such an adulteress, it is 12 years since I left you. Can you leave me and my new husband? Let us have peace. You've been going about crying for the past 12 years. They stole your wife. They stole your wife. Making me look like a commodity, like a piece of furniture that has no voice. I am a human being. I am a woman. I have a voice. I am not a piece of furniture for any man to steal, to carry, to lift. This has been going on for 12 years. They stole your wife. They stole your wife. We are presently in the Supreme Court. We moved from the court, High Court, to the Court of Appeal, and as at last month, we moved the case to the Supreme Court. Until we get justice, we are not resting on this matter. So why don't you exercise patience, be a man, and wait for the judgment from the Supreme Court instead of going to meet tabloids that have no credibility, if you ask me. That is why Arise will not carry that information. That is a reputable news publishing firm. They wouldn't carry your story. So please, we are in the Supreme Court. Can you please exercise patience and allow the Supreme Court to give its final verdict? And for all you women coming to my page to troll me, trolls don't bother me. They have never bothered me. The only thing, people that know me, they know me, I'm a workaholic. Right from my Port Harcourt days when I was the MD CEO of the Hitachi Foods Nigeria Limited. I work round the clock. When this thing happened even yesterday, right, I was in the event center where we were catering for one of our corporate clients. For the past 3 days, I haven't really slept. We've been cooking back to back, parties, one party after another party, right? That is what puts food on my table. Not all this. All this don't put food on my table. You're spending your data to come and troll me. It doesn't change anything. I'm in a happy place. I am in a happy place. That the freeze makes me happy. He has given to me what I could not get with my ex. He's helping me raise children that are not his. When my ex refused to pay his children's school fees, he refused to send feeding money, no accommodation. For the past 12 years, I have been feeding my children, clothing them, sending them to school, caring for them, unassisted. Why? Because I asked for joint custody. I have always preached this in a divorce situation. Couples divorcing should please understand the importance of joint custody. Can I help you? What? I'm not with my glasses, I can't see him. Bring my glasses, please. So, I asked for joint custody. My ex asked for sole custody. That's where all this problem is coming from. Why would you ask for sole custody? You are telling me you have a sister that is mature enough, a sister you trust to raise my children. So I shall hand over my children that were 10-year-olds, 8-year-olds, and I think 6-year-olds to your sister to raise, right? So that is where all of this is starting from, while I wanted joint custody. So now, listen, if you're a woman out there or you're a man out there and you're currently going through divorce, please, I beg of you, do not deny your ex the opportunity of seeing his children. Yes, your ex might be a monster, but to the children, he's still their parents. I asked for joint custody. He wanted sole custody. He said I was an unfit mother because I filed for a divorce from him. Okay? So
sorry, babe, 1 second. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just even going to close my camera because a lot of people don't know your side of the story.
Yes.
So they should come and hear your side of the story. We have 1,500 people in the house now. Very good. Oh, yeah? Share your own side of the story. I'm not going to talk anything.
You see, like I said, I'm not even here to share stories for people. I'm here to tell women out there that if divorcing your husband, if you're in a toxic marriage, you are in an abusive relationship. If divorcing your husband and moving on with another partner will give you the adulteress tag, wear it on your head like a crown, wear it with pride. In court, the judge looked at me. This was after, no, the son that was defending my ex. This was the 9th year. The 9th year after I had filed for a divorce. The judge asked me, she said, are you in a relationship? Are you presently in a relationship? I told the judge, yes, I am in a relationship. Presently, I am in a relationship. Presently, I have a son in my new relationship. And I said, my Lord, it has been 9 years. Actually, 11 years. 2 years of separation and 9 years of divorce. That is a total of 11 years. So, my Lord, it has been 11 years since I left my ex-husband, and I am presently in a relationship. I didn't hide it from the judge. And she looked at me and continued writing. And the son looked at me and said, my Lord, can you see? She's a prostitute. A prostitute. He called me, a son called me a prostitute in open court because I was in a relationship after 11 years of leaving my ex. 2 years of separation and 9 years inside divorce. He called me a prostitute. And he said, you are a self-acclaimed adulteress. And I looked at the son. I said, I am not a self-acclaimed adulteress. I moved on. This is the 11th year. Are you expecting me to stay celibate? What was the ground? One of the major grounds on which I filed was because of sexual deprivation. I was in a marriage with somebody that had a different sexual orientation from myself. I was being punished. And throughout the 10 years of that marriage, I was faithful. Faithful! I have an email written in his own handwriting, and I will bring it to any court, where he apologized for all the wrong he did to me in that marriage. And he applauded me for my dedication, for my faithfulness, for my entrepreneurship spirit, and for putting the family together despite everything he did to me for 10 years. And he begged me not to leave him. I have that email. That is why I'm saying you can try all you can to hide the truth. The truth is documented in papers. It is documented in mails. It is documented in text messages. At any point in time, MTN can be subpoenaed. So if you're trying to distort the truth, the real truth, why I divorced you, as long as I'm alive, each time you come with this your narrative, I will counter it. Each time you come with this your narrative, I will remind the public that I, Benedicta Ilechi, I filed for a divorce from you. It's not the other way around. I wasn't caught in an adultery. I filed because of your monstrosity to me. I filed. You begged. Documents of you begging is still with me. And I said no. So everything you're doing is as a result of your anger, your bitterness, that you couldn't continue keeping me in that cage. For 10 years, I was an executive nanny to my children. I wasn't your wife. I was an executive nanny. My role was to give birth to children, nurture the children, take them to Disneyland every year, and show up for your cocktail dinners, well-dressed, dressed up, dripping in gold, looking good. That was my job. And you will showcase me, oh, this is my wife. Have you met my wife? That was my job to you for 10 years. That was my duty to you for 10 years. And when I got tired and I woke up at 32, I said, no, I want to know what it feels like to be married. I want to know what it feels like to be loved.